Hello everybody, this is TrebleKnight and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda BS, the third quest. In the last episode, we defeated level 5. In this one, we're going to defeat level 6, but before we get on with the dungeon crawling, there are 2 heart containers that I want to get. And I'm glad I call them the heart container, because I keep on calling them, you know, the piece of heart, because usually you get pieces of heart. But in this game, a bit like the Phantom Hourglass and Twilight Princess, or not Twilight Princess, Spirit Tracks, you get heart containers. And here it is, you know. Ladders, you know, you've always thought that ladders could take you vertically in life, but they can also take you horizontally. That's what Zelda taught me. One of the many useful things. Like, also, that attacking chickens is not going to get you very far in life. So, you know, go vegan, kids. Let's get the other piece of heart, or heart container. See, I'm going to mess it up all the time. The other heart container is, kill these Tektites. Over here. And yet again, we're using the ladder to go horizontally. And the heart container is ours. So we're actually getting pretty close to the end of the game. I mean, if you take a look here, we only have 3 dungeons left. And then Ganon, which I guess counts as its own dungeon. I can't remember that well. But let's hike it over to the 6th dungeon now. And got our sword beams back, so that's always good. It's not too far to the next dungeon, which is nice. It's up this way. And we actually were there earlier. Remember that piece of heart we got earlier? Well, now, and I don't think this is here back then. I don't think this was here back then. But now, we have this little image, this little stone that we hit. And from that, we raise the dungeon from the depths of the sea. So I think like everything in here should be soaking wet. But it looks pretty dry. I mean, look at this sand. I mean, I guess it looks kind of dirty, so maybe it was wet. I don't know where I'm going with that. But here we have some money. Not rusty money, considering it was under the water. But yeah, it's good that this dungeon gives you a lot of money, because, I did not mean to do that, because there are a lot of like-likes in here that will take your shield, and you'll need to buy another one. I mean, you don't need to, but you're gonna want to. I gotta fight all of the enemies in this room right here to get to the next area. It's not a hard challenge. And this thing. I don't want to fight you because you're annoying. So I'm not going to. Because I have my priorities. I pick my battles. And right up here we can do a sequence break. And get ourselves a key that we wouldn't normally have. Yeah, I've decided to kind of play through these dungeons ahead of time. So I'm not completely lost. Because I think that makes it more interesting. That way I have other things to commentate on. I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys like blind dungeons? Do you like me having an idea of what's happening? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm probably still going to get confused because I have a terrible sense of direction and a terrible memory. But this game definitely likes to reuse bosses. We already fought the Dodongos. Now we're fighting this thing again. Let's see if we can kill it without taking any damage. I think these things move a little bit faster and a little bit more aggressively now. So maybe it's a bit harder. I mean, it's not like where they just added like 20 Dodongos. And, see, I can't even go through doors. And, yeah, likes. I mean, the, rabbit heads, or what are they called? I don't even know what they're called. They're relatively easy to take on. And then up here we can bomb this. But it just gives us a hint that we don't really need. So I'm not gonna bother. And down here. Let me show you something cool. Zelda's actually a ghost. you can walk through this wall. So, yeah, there's that. Bet you didn't know that Zelda was a ghost. And we now are about to get the dungeon item. Which is this fancy schmancy magic wand that allows us to have an infinite ranged attack. It doesn't work on all enemies. It isn't as powerful as the sword, at least I don't think it is. But it is kind of useful. And for people who like challenge runs, oftentimes replaces the sword if you're doing the Zelda without a sword challenge in the original Legend of Zelda. I can't do that in this game, unfortunately. But, you know, that it's kind of a cool piece of Zelda history. Of course, it's also very useful if you don't have your sword beams, but I have my sword beams, so... Die, 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 die. Look at that money. Lots of money. Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain. Kill all the enemies here. And of course, we get the invincibility power up after we don't need it anymore. And yeah, use the torch to light way. I mean, I could get all this money, but I don't really feel like it, so I'm not going to. And here is our next heart container. I don't think blowing this up gets me anything, so I'm not going to. And can I make it out without? Oh, yes! I did! I made it out without using the light. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, I really hate anti-fairies. And, oh boy. I hate them even more now. Because they take away my sword beams. And in here, we have a bunch of bunny heads. Po voices, I think. Let's play our beautiful music. You know, I think her music is lovely. And I don't appreciate you all killing yourselves because you think her music is bad. I think her, and, you know, my music as well, because, you know, I'm the one controlling her. I think the music is good. And if you want to die and not listen to that beautiful music, that's okay. That's your choice. I think I can blow this up. No, I can't. Can I blow you up? Yes. Yes, I can. So, we can go directly down south using that key. Oops. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to go north first, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's just a fairy, and we didn't need it because we had full health anyway. So that's good. That's good news. And, we don't really need full health for the boss. But, you know, it's nice to have. And, oh, crumb. Can we make it? Can we make it? Can we make it? We made it! Oh, that was nerve-wracking. Because I really didn't want to have to leave to get a new shield. And, down we go. We'll switch over to the, actually, I think the boomerang's a bit quicker. Actually, I don't think it is, now that I think about it, because it needs to come back. But the boomerang can kill people on the return, which the, regular sword can't. And, mummy slaughtering time. Be nice if I had my sword beams, but whatever. Nice bombs. And now we fight the enemy of this game, Ghoma. And if you ever wondered why Ghoma in this game was like level 6, but he ends up going to frickin' level 1, it's because of this. Shit. I wanted this to be done in like one attempt, in 5 seconds, but it took me a little bit longer. Yeah, easiest boss in the entire game. Once you realize you need to use the bow to kill it, and that's why in Zelda 1 it becomes the first boss, because you don't need you don't get the bow and arrow yet. All you have is the slingshot. And with that, I got hit in the back. But we finished the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.